Now, the next section is on how to read a paper efficiently. Now, we're going to look at research papers, and this uses IMRaD structure. Now, I'm going to use the burger model, where the introduction is like the beginning of the story or the top of the burger. There might be an optional literature review, that's like the cheese. The methods is like the salad. The results is the main part, so that's the main filling of the burger. And then the discussion is the end, like the bottom bun. Now, this is IMRaD. The letters come from each of the words introduction, methods, results, and discussion. Now, the references are like ketchup, and declarations, ethical declarations like conflicts of interest, authorship and acknowledgement statements, and funding source. That's like the plate that holds up the whole structure. Now, some restaurants serve a cocktail stick with a little flag. That's like the title that tells the reader what the journal paper is about, and some edible decoration, which is like the abstract or an appetizer. This is a summary that entices the reader to read more, to read the whole paper. Now, there's variations in different journals. For example, the methods could be at the end. So this is like putting the salad underneath the burger. Or there could be introduction, methods, and a combined results and discussion section, and then a summary and conclusion. So this is like putting some of the bread into the burger. So some recipes ask you to do that. Or another one where there's a literature review after the introduction, and then the methods, results, and discussion are combined in different sections depending on the study, and there could be repeated sections with different subheadings. So this is common for theoretical or computing or modeling papers. So this is like putting both bread and some kind of vegetable like onion into the burger. And this is followed by a summary and a conclusion. So get to know the different types of IMRaD, but when you read, it's not a good idea to read from beginning to end. At the beginning, don't read in IMRaD order. Have a quick look to get the overall feel for the topic. So look for important words. This is called skimming. So if it's a book, you'd look at the table of contents or the index. For books and journals, you look at the headings because there's a logical structure that should follow the author's outline. Look at the titles and captions of the illustrations and any sentences that say see figure 1 or see table 1, because those will have the important findings and direct you to look at the actual illustration. Other things that pop out, like bold or italic words, or numbered lists and bulleted lists, are also things to look at first. There's also abstracts and summaries, and the illustrations themselves. Or you can read the first and last paragraph of each of the IMRaD sections, or the first and last sentence of the first and last paragraphs of each section, or just the whole first and whole last paragraph of the whole paper, or at least read the end of the introduction and the end of the discussion. So here's IMRaD, but when you read the first time, look at the title and abstract, and then some people look at the references to see if they're relevant and recent. Then look at the end of the introduction, look at the illustrations and results, and then many people look at the methods to see if the design is a good one. I know some editors that look at methods first. And then the end of the discussion is the conclusion. Then when you get an idea of the whole paper, you can read it slowly in IMRaD order. So skim and then IMRaD order. And other things to look for are definitions early on and abbreviations. And reviews will be cited early, so if you aren't 100% sure of the topic, you can read some of those reviews or at least do a literature search on that topic to get yourself up to date. Make notes as you read so that you can write your report, and if you have PDF, you can also annotate the PDF file.